It matters what you're doing 6 DPS. Um, uh, at a certain point, um, just doing the individual levels isn't really going to help you. And you need to get into a flow of how you go through each of the levels. But definitely, if you're looking to perfect a level, you need to practice just that level. But if you're looking to get better at the run as a whole, individual worlds is probably the best way to do it, or just full runs. You don't think it's a good idea? Yeah. It's fine if you really want to make sure that you understand what you need to do. Individual levels is the way to go. But you're not going to get better at your run by doing individual levels. I mean, you will, but not at the pace that you would think. It's better to know the strats that you need to do, and then do them in individual worlds for practice. And then, you know, also runs as well. Also, one thing that I recommend too to get better is to do a lot of no resets when you're not close to PBing. Because one thing is you'll get inconsistent if you're just relying on... Because really what PBs are is essentially a statistical anomaly for you, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, yes, you're better, but you're just hoping that you get all of these strats correct. This game is the only I've tried to speedrunning. I just stayed on Forest for hours, getting it down pat, and yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what happens, though. I mean, the thing about this game is, though, the final levels are just really hard. Like, the first 2 chapters are a cakewalk compared to Hell Through End. But so did you? I assume you did any percent in this P random. When did you run it? Are you running it now, or when exactly did you run the game? Nice. Okay. Another issue with doing individual level stuff is if you mess up, you might not know what to do if you're just doing individual levels, because usually when you mess up there, you're fine with dying, kind of thing. Ugh. What was your PB time? Don't worry if it's not great. I'm not one of those judgmental types. I think anything like even below 30 is a good time. It's a hard game. It's hard to get this game under 30. Oh, you're just learning it now? Oh, that's fine. That makes sense. For sure. I've played this game more than you. Smooth Caramel can attest I was pretty bad at the beginning, so it's not a sense of... Alright, let's get this. Oh shit, this is not... Oh god, that was close. I am very thankful because I did not want to reset this. That's great. That is very good. But yeah, I mean that makes sense. I get what you're saying too. Like if what I did is I waited till I got sub 25 to even submit because it was like I know that I'm gonna get better. Why would I submit you know, a 33-minute run? Speedrun.com. But at the same time, I'm not against submitting bad runs to speedrun.com. I think that more people should do it. It's a great way to look back at your old runs. And for other people to, to go back and look at your old runs too. I really like when I see people with like dozens of old PBs and just looking to see sort of their progress, how long it took them. Some people you'll notice that like they shoot up in time and then it took them forever to better it, and then other people you'll notice that they're like slow but surely, you know, PB once like every few weeks. And there's usually no difference in whether or not they'd be a top runner or not. It really just shows that everyone plateaus, but some people just plateau more often. God damn. I hate when that happens so much. At least I got it. At least I got it. I'm way too... Oh god. I was way too high up there. Jesus Christ. Thank you, my strats before this, for fucking holding this run together. No. I'm not huge into competitive gaming. Splatoon kind of, but not really. Can't be bothered to open up games, I feel that. But no, I've never been big into those. Rocket League for a little bit, but I was never higher than Diamond. Not Diamond, Platinum? Whatever is right above Gold. Yeah, I've never been, you know, above Grand Champion, so it's like, what's the point if I'm not #1 in the world? I'm just not huge into metas in multiplayer games. It really puts me off of it, because it makes me feel like I'm playing a game and not the opponent. Alright. Although I guess technically metas is theoretically supposed to be the opposite of that. It just doesn't feel like it to me. It feels like, oh, this person's doing this type of thing. That means I need to do this kind of thing to counter it. And technically that's how like all sports and competitive stuff are. I just not a huge fan of that. I like when things are static, somewhat predictable. Like I'm fine with even speedruns and competitive things where it's, you know, there's random elements to it, but dude, Celeste is great. VVV is another one that I've always, like, not always wanted to, but I thought about speedrunning for a little bit. But the end of that game is tough. Also, 100%ing it and getting, what is it, Vini Vidi Vici? Jesus Christ. Like, it took me maybe only like 30 minutes. Compared to some Super Meat Boy levels, it took me probably like an hour, but Jesus. Is that hard? Alright, so I'm gonna be gaining... I'm gonna be ahead after this. Nice. I'm really terribly not good at first-person shooters is my thing, but... yeah, the only like competitive games really were for me are like Splatoon and Rocket League. Although I could see how somebody would say Splatoon that's not a competitive game. It's not competitive like over blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, you're probably right, but it's the only one that has like a meta and all that kind of stuff that I ever really got into. That was cleaner than my gold. I just didn't get 410 or 4.8, but it was cleaner. Yeah, I get that. Although, if you've never watched competitive Splatoon, it's super fun to watch if you can have like good commentators and somebody who knows how to use the camera controls. The issue is that for a while, they didn't have commentator cameras, I forget what they're called, in private matches. It was only in LAN, so you'd only be able to see it every few, like, if it was a big thing and you can get teams together, which happens like maybe once a month all over the globe, like somewhere across the globe. But competitive Splatoon is actually really fun to watch. Because just the way that you zone using the ink really makes it different compared to other games. Other games you do a lot of peeking and all that kind of stuff, which in my opinion isn't great to watch necessarily, because you just see them inching. Splatoon's like a super aggressive game. No, I have not tried OSU. It looks fun, but never tried it. Oh, I almost died there. Alright, I really gotta concentrate now. I probably would have made that, but that is not worth going for. Alright, 3 levels. Shit. Ah! Whatever, not a big deal. Gonna lose some time, but not a huge amount. Like 5 or 6 seconds. Everything else was like super clean, so I haven't been able to look over at my timer, but I don't expect it to be much. 2 seconds. That's really good. That would have been a gold though by like fucking A, Larry. Are you kidding me? Okay, thank God. Let's go. Okay, one more. Let's go. Let's go. I watched a lot of videos at first, and like I just didn't get it. I was like, how are you even playing this game? And then I sort of understood it. Funny enough, recently is when I understood really how it's played. Oh my God. Oh, okay, whatever. Really? Whatever. Sub 20 is dead, but... Or sub 19. Sub 20 is alive. Alright, let's not fuck it up here again. Alright. Ooh, that was close. This, you know what? Ah, God damn it. That death on 17 really makes me upset. Because I would have been like -7 there, and so I would have been like -27. And I would have been this. And right now I'm like 4 seconds off. It's just, if I don't die, I'm like at a 1904 or something like that. $19.05. That's a good time. That one death, though. One death away. Thanks for the GG.